So here's a good question. Does your bathroom or any room in your house look like this? If so, now is the perfect time to give yourself a clean slate and fulfill that resolution and get organized. Our next guest, professional organizer and owner of Clear the Clutter, Stasia Symes, has 5 tips that can help. So happy New Year to you, and I hope everything is going well.
Happy New Year, Antoine. Thanks for having me.
No problem. So let's talk about this. 5 steps to getting organized, and if it really were that simple, oh man, we should all be able to do it, right?
Well, that's the goal, right? So the first step on the 5 here is to write it down.
Okay.
That sounds really easy, and it actually is. This is the part where you can have fun. Go ahead and wave your magic wand, start beginning to paint a picture for yourself for the life that you want to create for yourself in 2015.
And so then from there, the next step is create baby steps, which I think you and I talked about. This is a pretty good one because we usually just put out the big picture instead of setting these small goals, so that way you don't get so disappointed by the end of the year.
Yeah, so what we want to do is set yourself up for success, and by breaking it down into these smaller, more manageable, bite-sized pieces, you begin to feel a little more in control about the situation here. Getting organized, just saying that, is a very broad and potentially overwhelming goal. So what we want to do is get down to what the true purpose is for you getting organized. And so for some folks, clients might call and say, well, I really, now that you've asked and I think about it, I want to feel more relaxed in my house. Or I want to create some space so I can feel creative again and start working on some projects that I've been putting off for far too long. When you're doing this exercise, this is a great opportunity for you to, this is a clue for you to find out what your goal is emotionally, and that can be the direction that you start working in your home.
And we also have just a few photos here, like for instance this craft table here, where this is something where you can't do that in a day. There's a lot of stuff. So your third one is determine the timeline. So you can do this, but set it up over time, right?
Well, the great news is that if you're working with a professional organizer, you can do that in about 3 hours.
Oh, wow.
Well, and it's a little different for everyone because it's all about the decisions that you make. It's all a process. Clutter is just a decision waiting to be made. When you're with a professional organizer, it's a lot easier because you have somebody there to talk through it with you and to guide you through the process. But if you are on your own, if you're a do-it-yourself person, then yes, you want to break it down and determine your timeline. Setting it up so that I'm going to start today by eliminating things that just don't belong in this room. Step 2, I'm going to work on the surface area. Step 3, I'm going to come back another day and work behind the scenes and go ahead and jump into those cupboards and cabinets and things like that.
And so for the 4th step, you say check in with yourself, and just break that down a little bit as we're nearing our time. And then, of course, you celebrate your accomplishments. So those two kind of go hand in hand.
They do. Well, you want to check in with yourself because a lot of folks set these great goals for themselves, but after a few weeks, right, of that motivation, the excitement of the new year begins to wane, so does your determination. So I say don't give up. What happens to folks is that they might wait till the end of the entire year and not check back in with themselves until January 1st. That's far too long to go. So I like to recommend folks checking with themselves the beginning of every month and reassess your goals. And at that point, it's also, that takes us into step 5, celebrating your accomplishments. Taking the time to really acknowledge the things that you've accomplished. If you had cleaned out your bathroom and you wanted to relax, then get yourself a glass of wine and take a bubble bath.
There you go.
If you transformed your dining room, then invite some friends and family over and have a dinner party. That's really what this is about. It's the quality of life that we're getting to. It's not just about getting organized. It's about creating space, and the new year is a fantastic opportunity to think about out with the old and making room for the new.
Stasia Symes, thank you so much. Always some good information, and for more tips and on a free holiday consultation with professional organizer Stasia Symes, you can clear out the clutter. Just clear out the clutter rather. Call 504-920-1800. You can visit our website www.wltv.com. Click links on 4. So we'll be right back after the break.